Hello, Gravy Timothy's, and welcome back to some more Focus 2Z, a little series where we look through focus trees in Hoi 4 in alphabetical order and go with the worst ones possible. You see, there are plenty of focus trees that have been added over the years, and half the paths either don't get used or are never worth being done because they suck. Now, today we've made it to the letter G, where we will be playing Germany today. Now, surprisingly to not many people, Germany doesn't really have too many paths to do in its focus tree, and I'm sure you're already looking for me going down democratic Germany, but I'm not going to be doing that today, because while democratic Germany is objectively terrible, we have also shown it off a lot, and this series is about showing off both the worst and also the paths you just never do because it ain't worth it. Now, I was also thinking that potentially it could be going down the other side of the alternative history for the Return of the Kaiser, which you do over here, and you don't really get any of the bonuses to bringing back the Central Powers. No, in fact, all you do is ally with the British and then go to war with Switzerland. But no, there is a path I think is probably objectively worse than all of those that we haven't covered on the channel, probably in a few years, if ever at all. And that path is over here on the Molotov-Ribbentrop. You can then go ahead and do alliance with the USSR. The Unholy Alliance, as it's kind of known, is a bit of a awkward one, which we'll get to later, but I don't think, I can't even remember the last time I've ever shown this off on the channel, probably because it's just never worth doing it, but don't worry, I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth today, Stalin. You know, we'll go into why exactly this is a little bit of a complicated one later, but for now, there's a few things we need to get sorted. Okay, because we're going for a bit of a crazy one today, I am gonna go ahead and change something up, and that is, I'm gonna preemptively go in on the French as soon as, I have 10 more political power. It's gonna get the world tension right on up there, but we're not too fussed if the UK gets in on this. In fact, it'd be much more preferential if they do, and then we're gonna rush down to get our alliance with the USSR down here. Okay, the first seed has been planted in Mr. Stalin's backyard, and that will definitely grow into something disgusting soon enough. And then we're gonna make ourselves a bit of a change in political ideology. Well, good to see that no matter how many years this game's been out, can still take France down pretty damn easy. Okay, France dealt with. We're not actually going to take them. We're just going to go ahead and puppet them for now. Oh, and yeah, also steal all their industry and all their resources. Nice. There we go. 1937, and one of our big hurdles has already been dealt with. Okay, so while we're waiting to get the manpower out so we can continue down with Molotov-Ribbentrop, I am just going to do the Anschluss and all the other stuff that we can get through the focus tree over here. Okay, we do kind of have to make sure that we get everything that we want before we flip ideologies here, because I do want to do alliance with the USSR, the Unholy Alliance, before we flip, just because that's how it was supposed to be done. Everything past that is just a bit of extra flair I've decided to do for this playthrough, because while Germany doesn't actually have a communist part of their tree, they do still have an advisor, so you can flip, even if it is a little bit weird. Okay, Molotov-Ribbentrop completed. Now it's time for alliance with the USSR, and I love the fact just below this you just get one more thing, and it's just puppet Turkey. Yeah, and here's where things are about to get a little bit complicated for us. See, because as soon as the Soviets go ahead and join our faction, which they have done, and the Berlin-Moscow axis has been formed. Oh yeah, by the way, we're also going to go ahead and hold the national referendum there and officially announce that we were on your side the entire time. Well, as you can see around us, the Allies will grow exponentially larger, because every democracy, I believe it is in the code, will then get an option to join the Allies or just get a modifier to be in them. So now we've got quite a few people on our border, which is why I got rid of France as quickly as I could. They even got Spain in there as well, which, yeah, this Allies is absolutely stacked. And, of course, upon joining our alliance, he just needs to blow the load immediately, apparently. Okay, well, it's starting off pretty quickly, I suppose. Alright, so Stalin's at war with the Allies. I'm just going to go ahead and give him a hand, I guess. So I'm going to try and mop up everyone around us that I forgot about Switzerland. That's not good. Okay, France has 5 units, and oh no, they got more than 5. They've been giving me the whole time. You will go and guard the Swiss border. Oh, Franco wants it. You know what? I guess there's no reason not to invite you in at this point. Okay, Poland dealt with. Then we're gonna go deal with the Danish, and and then over here into the Netherlands, Belgium, and then hopefully just capitulate the UK, because it's not going to matter regardless of what we do. We need to get to America somehow and get those guys gone too. Oh, you're also Sweden too. Sure. The benefits to this is that the Allies are still incredibly weak. It is only 1938, so we need to take as much advantage as we can of their disorganization to get things done while we can. America's already here, and I think I actually just sunk a whole bunch of their fleet, which is pretty impressive, considering this fleet is actually just the French fleet that I stole. Good news is, if we do ever run out of oil, I actually know a place where I can get some. It's called Stalin's Butt. Oh, I do actually. I'm going to have to actually get quite a bit of that, by the way. I need oil quite bad. Okay, now I have a full collab on the UK, which I've been working on, and we're going to go ahead now, try to get them capitulated. Obviously, we have a full collab, so we'll get a whole bunch of industry, and from that, we need to make it over here, which is going to take a while still. Again, the UK, pretty simple. We just need to get some air supremacy, then I'm going to drop our Fulsham Jaegers over, and, well, they should capitulate pretty easy. I don't think they've got too much fight in them. Oh, I just realized I forgot about Switzerland, too. I'll get to that eventually. All right, that was a bit anticlimactic. Got that landing, no problem at all. Question is, how many of you chaps are about to get raided into the ground coming over? Oh yeah, they don't stand a chance at all. Also, look, these 4 Australian divisions are just made it from the other side of the world just to die in Plymouth. Okay, UK capitulated, which means the only thing we have left to do is the US, and it's just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. Yeah, I'm just going to preemptively get to work on the collab over there, because I'm going to need it. Oh, wait, Greenland capitulated to me with the Danish. Huh. Should I set up a collab in the UK? You know what? Just for the hell of it. There you go. The UK, the Socialist Republic of Great Britain, under Zachary... Oh, he's a financial expert, though. Good for you. Oh, yeah, this very sudden occupation of a lot of land is... We could do a couple more guns. When, yeah, you know, I'll get around to it, Switzerland. I promise. As soon as I figure out where to get a few more rifles from. All right, thankfully, owning Greenland has made this a lot easier on me. I can tell you that much. I get to save myself a couple brain cells today. Just in case you're wondering if the Soviets even account to anything, if they're doing anything, if even them being in the lines is worth it. And yeah, it is. Because look, I completely forgot to garrison the UK there, and they're dealing with it. Like I said, we don't want to slow down on the momentum here. We want to keep them on the back foot the entire time, because that is what's keeping us in the game here. That's not looking like a good naval invasion. I launched more naval invasions to counteract the terrible naval invasions. Things are just getting a bit weird and complicated. This proposal for the continuation war. I don't think you guys have even started the war to continue. I'm just going to say yeah, and just see what happens, considering, you know, I am in a faction with the Soviets. Alright, this is, you know, this is as cursed as it really gets, huh? Okay, at least they're willing to give me stuff because, need a couple things right now. Okay, military reorganized. I now have stuff. Not all the stuff, but I have enough stuff that we could probably get a push going here. Before you write in the comments, no, I have still not dealt with Switzerland. In fact, surely there is enough of my allies here that if I just give them air and some cash, they'll deal with this on their own. Okay, yep, it is definitely safe to say we have cracked this nut. Oh yeah, I just realized as well, didn't Brazil and stuff join? Oh my, it's never that simple. Okay, boys, well, I guess we'll be going all the way to South America today. Oh, I thought it would be as simple as that, but no. Okay, you might as well make my life easier. We're just going to release the North American Socialist Republic, and who have we got this time? It's Ambrose Buford. Oh, hopefully Mr. Buford could do something handy, like... okay, that's a lot of manpower we were losing to garrison. God, what is happening over here? I'm just going to look over here. In fact, no, I'm not going to look over there. I'm going to call them in so that they actually go about dealing with that issue. Hey, what the hell was that? Oh, Hungary just declared on me. I don't... well, thankfully, Stalin always has troops ready to go into Hungary. Go deal with that. I'm kind of preoccupied, though, with my South American adventure. Well, they dealt with Hungary. Switzerland, though, definitely... Well, they took a tile. Well done, Italy. Meanwhile, I'm trying to capitulate Brazil. Then I've got to go through Bolivia into Chile and then back up to Mexico because they've landed back up there. Our nationalist Spain, they've taken out Iceland. I haven't quite bothered to liberate the islands they're supposed to own over here, though. Hey, the last hurdle. Can we finally be done with the Allies? I swear to Jeebus, if I get this down now and we actually capitulate Chile and I come back and I see that Switzerland has somehow become a great power, I'll be very upset. I'm going to put all of my puppeted units all under one general over here, and I will show you how this is done. Well, I'd say that's my problem, but it's not, because that's not my men. That's right, my communist brothers. You will get a rifle and run into a Swiss machine gun nest. The Great Revolution calls of it. There's so much just here trying to take 2 tiles from Switzerland. It's really hard to tell what's going on. Oh, but I think there you go. It's finally done. All it probably cost was a few thousand British, French, and American units. Not mine, though. In fact, I'm just going to give them all back now that I'm done with them. Here you go. Be free, my pretties. Fly! That took longer than I thought it would. That's kind of funny, because we did Molotov-Ribbentrop. You get the event to give the land of the Soviets. They don't have to worry about taking Poland in the peace conference, but I have to spend my points to take my part. I see how it is. Yeah, I think we got pretty much everything I wanted to get there. Didn't miss out on too much. It did get a little bit messy because obviously we had the Italians and the Soviets, both with a lot of war score, actually trying to take everything in the world. Whatever. No way. They're trying to take down my my friend Finland. I cannot let this happen. Yes, I think the time of the Berlin-Moscow axis has come to an end, and we need to have a tussle. Oh, Japan just declared on me. I will get round to that after I march through the Soviets to come deal with you. Also, for whatever reason, Italy just kind of stood around. I thought they'd leave after we were done, but no, they're sticking around, I guess. Okay, Stalin, even though we were bestest of buds and kissed each other on the mustache, it is not okay that you take down my secret ally that you didn't even know about, Finland. That I didn't expect to see, actually. That I definitely did not expect to see. Immediately, I came in to save Finland's honor, and they hit the peace out button as soon as they like lost a tile. They're still a war with Japan, though. So what's that about? I guess Paradox didn't exactly prepare for the Soviets joining the greater co-prosperity sphere. You know, that wasn't in the code. Yeah, I ain't going to attempt to go save my puppet down there. There's too much going on. Ain't worth my time. I love the fact the faction is still just called the Berlin-Moscow axis. I mean, technically, it is the Berlin-Moscow axis because I do own Moscow currently. Oh, I guess the old continuation war's going on. Finland's back in and guaranteed by the US, or I could just say Alaska at this point. I didn't even realize this was going on, by the way. I'm just going to go back over here and pretend it's not happening. All right, and that is why you get collab governments. Soviets already dealt with. Now time to go over here. Wait, in fact, does the Commandant still exist? No, they don't. So Tanatuva and Mongolia just going to be hanging out as my best friends, actually. All right, and last but not least, time to take out Japan. I think we've taken out every faction other than the United Front. I'm Shane gonna look over there. I technically the Allies are still around, you know, and Catholic Mexico's making the most of it. You don't even own any of Mexico. You got a little bit. Yeah, all I'm saying is this would have made Man in the High Castle just way more interesting to watch. All right, well, Catholic Mexico, you've come back to Mexico. I may have unleashed a monster here because I just realized China is still here. And they have a lot of points to spend. Oh, you know what? That didn't go too bad at all. It was actually... That's my fault. I forgot Mexico was a puppet, so they couldn't actually take any land. But you know what? That's perfect, because as long as Catholic Mexico didn't exist. It was taking over South America, too. You know what? Ain't my problem. Someone else will deal with that in a future world. But hey, that was the Unholy Alliance. It still works. it still works. I mean, outside of some very niche ways to actually go about implementing it and using it to its max potential, there's really no reason to ever do it. It's the same with going communist as Germany. There's no real reason to ever do it, but you can do it. And if you want to do it, you can have some fun with it. I mean, realistically, it probably is one of, well, the worst path you can go as Germany. You don't really get much choice here, do you? Democratic Germany, of course, is a bit of a... well, it's actually number one, if you think about it. This is a close second. But we've done Democratic Germany too many times, and you've seen it, and you know it. So I'd much rather show off the Unholy Alliance because, you know, whoever does this. You know, in fact, if you guys do this, leave a comment down below and tell me if you do. I'm actually genuinely interested to see if people even know this is a thing, because whilst it does get a little bit of a showing down here, I don't think I ever hear about anyone really talking about doing it. Back in the day, it was more of a thing, but nowadays, yeah, I guess it's just part of that forgotten content in Hoi 4. But anyway, that was Focus to Z. Hope you liked it. Leave a like, subscribe, and follow on next time where we're continuing. And I think we're still in G, so we're going to be going to Greece. Uh-oh.